Hey, what's going on, horror fans? We're back with another video. This is gonna be more horror, Halloween horror themed movies. So, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate it. So let's get into this. From let's see, 2009, I think. I don't know. I can't read. Yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I actually enjoyed this one. It's not too bad. I think it's a pretty good sequel to his first reimagining of the story. Carries on quite well. Taylor Scout Compton really does a character change in this one. I liked it. She turns into kind of like a punk rocker. And she's got a lot of suffering upstairs, knowing the truth about her identity. And Malcolm McDowell's a total dick in this. I like Halloween 2. It's pretty damn good. That was a fun theater watch. I remember watching that movie in the theater. That was a lot of fun. Let's see. For 2009, we have a remake here of a classic already, that is Night of the Demons. I had Night of the Demons in my first video, and I said I actually really enjoyed this one. I was actually very pleasantly surprised. Had really good story, really good gore effects, a lot of practical shit going on. Really enjoyed it. I definitely would recommend this one if you're a fan of the first film, the original film. Just a good upgrade. I like how it's set in New Orleans. It's got a really cool feel to it. Not bad at all. Still kind of getting over a cold, you can tell. I'm a little bit sniffy, sorry. Not quite 100% yet. This movie I found in a bargain bin when the video store was going out of business. This is just kind of a blind buy. Messengers to the Scarecrow. I have seen the original Messengers, and I don't really even remember it. But this one, you don't really have to see the original to watch this. Actually, it's a totally different story. And I actually was pleasantly surprised how much I actually enjoyed this. I might actually upgrade this, believe it or not. It's got the dude from The Walking Dead in it. He's actually pretty good. The guy that plays, what the hell's his name? Daryl in The Walking Dead, he's in this. Really good performance. Kind of a version of, like, The Shining almost, but with a guy breaking down. Yeah, The Shining Goes Country. That's a pretty good description of it. And it's got a really good, cool-ass scarecrow in it. I was actually pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed this. Really good. I love the scene when the crows all die. That's pretty cool. Going from one scarecrow movie to another with Husk. Husk was cool. Like I said, there's not too many good killer scarecrow movies, but Husk definitely was one of them. One of the better ones. I actually really enjoy this one. I love the fucking atmosphere. That house is so creepy. And the fact that these people can't get away from the cornfield because of this scarecrow curse. Pretty cool. A really good one from After Dark Originals. I'd recommend Husk. We have VHS. There's one story on here that is set on Halloween. You know that one I'm talking about? That one definitely is appropriate to put on here. Love VHS. I like the whole series. Badass. This one was cool. It's called Hayride. Another kind of blind buy I took a chance on. Really enjoyed it. I like the the killer in this movie. Looks pretty badass. He's like a big ass scarecrow type guy walking around with a, he's called Pitchfork. Yeah, really good movie for midnight releasing. They're either hit or miss companies. Sometimes they put out some good shit, and this definitely was a good one. This actually has a sequel, and after watching this movie, I kind of want to see the sequel. Hayride, that's pretty cool. This is another modern one called The Base Haunting. Excuse me. I like this one. It has its moments. Really good Halloween atmosphere with a haunted house. acting is not 100%, but and the story kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a weird story, but I remember I thought it was pretty good. The Bates Haunting. Huge fan of this series. Wrong Turn. We got Wrong Turn 5 Bloodlines. This one is set on Halloween, so definitely appropriate. Just gore everywhere. I love Doug Bradley's performance in this movie. He plays such a good asshole. Excellent movie. Great gore. This whole series is great. Wrong Turn series. You can't really go wrong with any of them. I have not seen Wrong Turn, like the newest one, just called Wrong Turn. I haven't seen that one. So I'll definitely check that one out. But Wrong Turn 5 was great. I loved it. I think my favorite is probably 4, where it's like set in the snow. That one was cool. Got some more Rob Zombie goodness here. The Lords of Salem. This was one of the most fun theater experiences I've ever had. It was kind of like going to a Slayer concert, because there's a lot of satanic imagery in this movie. So like outside of the theater where I saw it, there were like religious protesters like picketing the movie, saying that you're going to hell if you watch this movie. I felt like being at a Slayer concert or something. It was awesome. I just remember that. But I still think this is one of Rob Zombie's best films, maybe his best, I don't know. I really do like this movie. I love the whole... It was actually all set in Salem. Definitely filmed in Salem, and shows. I love the black metal satanic imagery. Meg Foster is great in it. Dee Wallace is great. I just think it's an all-around great film. Kind of like a Shining meets Suspiria Rob Zombie style, you know? It's definitely his art film. And that ending is just such a mindfuck. I love it. Lords of Salem is great. Sherry Moon Zombie, a lot of people give her shit. I thought she was really good in that role. She can do a lot more than people give her credit for. A lot more different roles. And I can see, not only because she's Rob Zombie's husband, or Rob Zombie's wife, rather, sorry. She gets all the roles, but she actually really is good. Mischief Knife. I always really enjoyed this one. This is a really, really out there movie. Babysitter down on her luck, hates the world, hates herself, gets terrorized by this killer who pretty much shares the same feelings, and they kind of just bond. And you find out who's crazier. It's just a really good movie, and Malcolm McDowell plays like a really good nosy neighbor. I really do like Mischief Night. The scene where her and the killer are smashing pumpkins in the road and shit, and just causing chaos the night before Halloween. This is a great movie, Mischief Night. I'd highly recommend that one, man. That was a good one. I don't really hear anyone talk about that. Oh, here's the introduction. Everyone's favorite killer clown. It's All Hallows Eve. You'd be amazed how many people don't realize that art came from this movie rather than Terrifier. The movie Terrifier. Yeah, this is his origin, man. Like, all started with a short, and it just gained so much momentum. I love this horror anthology. Art is connected to all the stories in the end, obviously. But, man, there are just some really badass scenes in this movie. I love the whole sacrifice with the witches and shit. That is so badass. It's just so Halloween-y. It's got such a great Halloween atmosphere. Those bratty kids that get theirs in the end. It definitely had some balls to make a movie like this. All Hallows Eve is great. And definitely we get Art the Clown from it. This movie was so much fun. I was laughing my ass off. I got this at a convention. I'm so glad I picked it up. It's called Chubbies. Just like these creatures that burrow inside your asshole and come out and just cause havoc. It's such a great... This and Dingleberries would make a really good double feature, I think. Not a lot of movies like this. But it's got a great... well, I don't know if it's a great story, but it's a unique story, and it's set on Halloween at a bowling alley, and it's so much fun. I have a couple friends on Facebook that are in this movie too, so I support them. The Chubbies is great. Great Halloween atmosphere in that one. You'll be laughing your ass off in that one. Now this movie really gets me in the Halloween spirit. The house is October built. I really love this movie. And it's just turned more I just love it more and more the more I watch it. I think it's so brilliantly made. I just love the different haunts that they go to. It's just so reminiscent of Halloween. You know, when you go to haunted houses on Halloween, this is just such a fun ride. And then when they get to the Blue Skeleton and all hell breaks loose, man, that's fucking crazy, man. And if you haven't seen the second one, and you only see this one, definitely see this one before this. Well, obviously you would see this one before the second one. But, yeah, the second one is coming, as you can see. But the first one is where it's at. I like it was played out serious, and you don't know that it's... You think it's all just... It's really happening. These are really killers that are out to get them. Awesome movie. I probably gave away too much, sorry. I'm not the best reviewer, that's why I don't review. The Guest. Kind of like a fucking Terminator type movie. Dan Stevens is badass in this movie. I love this. And at the end there's like a Halloween maze they go through. He's like the nicest guy on the outside, but on the inside he's like a machine with no sympathy whatsoever. Kind of like Terminator, like I said. And he would just do nothing but take pleasure in killing. Great movie though, The Guest. I recently just watched this one. It's called Tormented. It's about a babysitter that's being terrorized by these assholes in pig masks. And it sounds stupid as hell, but really it's executed really well. And you really care about the little kids that she's babysitting. Your heart kind of just goes out to them because they didn't ask for this. And this house is kind of like a castle. It's like a huge rich house that she's babysitting for. So there's like so many corridors and places to hide. And yeah, I really enjoyed Tormented. I thought it was pretty damn good. Really good Halloween atmosphere in that one. Definitely a twist. It doesn't really explain a lot why the killers are after her, but it's out there. It's pretty cool. Tormented. Speaking of out there, holy shit. Hellions, yeah, this one is out there, wow. But it's good. Robert Patrick is great in it as the sheriff trying to save the day. He's always playing a cop. Robert Patrick is great. This movie has a really good Halloween atmosphere. It's really almost like supernatural too. Almost a bit of a Twilight Zone type feel, where you don't really know what dimension you're in. Reality or, fantasy. But really good gore, really good relentless fucking killer kids, man. These little bastards are mean. But Hellions is really good. I thought that lead was really good in the movie too. This is one of my favorites too, another modern day favorite. It's called The Funhouse. Look at that cast right there. Clint Howard, Robert Englund. Man, it's a great film. Absolutely love this movie. I love Stitch Bitch. She's my favorite. She's a really, really good in this. And I hope they make a sequel because they kind of left it open-ending at the end, Robert Englund, he doesn't really last very long, does he? But such great gore in this movie. I actually do like this regular art too. It's pretty cool. But yeah, The Funhouse Massacre, I would highly recommend that one. Really good fun Halloween watch. This is actually one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. And that is Hell House LLC. Now, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of found footage films, even though I do have a shit ton of them, and I seem to be getting into a lot more of them lately. But that damn clown right there, holy shit, that fucker that shows up every place that you least expect it. Oh my god, that is fucking creepy. There's just something about that fat fucking clown that just gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. And I love how the portal from hell opens at the end and stuff, and it's just, I like how it's played out as a documentary as well, and you get like the different interviews. Now I have seen Hell House 2, was not a fan of it. I don't like the origins of it, like why the guy in this one took his friends to that house. I don't really care for that, but this one just is straight to the point and it's creepy. Maybe I will give the second one a chance. I guess there's a third one too. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I don't know if anything could ever beat the terror of the first film. Absolutely terrifying experience. I don't think I've jumped more in a movie recently when that damn clown starts. You don't even see him moving. He just shows up in the. It's a freaky movie, man. It really is. I think it is. Volumes of Blood. This one was fun. Kind of a horror anthology. Some fun. Some kids get together and tell stories. Then they all transpire. I like that one. It's pretty good. I think there's a second one. Here's All Hallows Eve 2. Now, this one does not feature art, obviously, but I still think it's commendable to watch on Halloween. Still think it's pretty cool. I love that poison candy story in the beginning. That was pretty cool. All Hallows Eve 2. Now, this is starting to become one of my favorites right here. I do gotta upgrade this. That is The Barn. I love The Barn. This is such a badass movie to watch on Halloween. It just gets you in the spirits so much. And I definitely will be getting the Blu-ray of this because I love it so much. And I do have the second one on Blu-ray, so I definitely got to upgrade this. Amazing fun. Just so much fun. Great gore. Really mean-spirited. The Boogeyman, Hollow Jack, and Candy Corn Scarecrow. Iconic. I hope they Trick or Treat Studios or something make masks of those, because I would totally buy those. I love The Barn. It's actually one of my favorite modern Halloween horror films. Rob Zombie is 31. Now, I recently rewatched this. This is my least favorite Rob Zombie movie, but I watched it with commentary, and I actually developed a more appreciation for it. And it was filmed in like 20 days. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, I think the character of Doomhead is pretty cool. Kind of got like a Nosferatu, Max Schreck feel to him. And this is a really mean-ass movie, man. Whenever you watched it, I was like, holy shit. Pretty mean. 31. Here he is. Terrifier. Wow. What more can you say? Like, he's pretty much an icon at this point, you know? Rightfully so. And that scene where he splits the chick up from the... Oh my god, that is just... You know the scene I'm talking about. That is one of those holy shit moments that I was just not... I was not prepared for. I knew they were going to go all the way, but holy shit did they go all the way. And I gotta show my Art the Clown mask. I think he's seen better days. But yes, I am a fan of Art the Clown, like everyone else is. I did think Terrifier 2 was great, and that'll be on here at some point as well. But yeah, Terrifier, he is just a creepy ass icon. Excellent. And we got two more here. We got Holidays. This one was pretty fun. Just, you know, like it says, just different stories about the holidays. I kind of like the Easter one. That one's pretty cool. But the Halloween one is about these three porn stars that I think form a witch coven, and they trap their abusive the guy that's making all these pornos. He's an asshole. They trap him in this room and force him to cut a vagina, make himself a vagina. It's pretty nasty, man. But Holidays is pretty cool. Which brings me to my last movie, and boy, do I love this one. That is Tales of Halloween. Perfection. Absolute perfection. One of my absolute favorites. Modern day favorites. I love every story in this. I love the bonus stuff too. This is a really cool pack. You get like, but Sweet Tooth, one of my favorites. Billy Ray's Tale, that one's great. Trick is great. The Weak and the Wicked. Grim Grinning Ghost, rest in peace, Stuart Gordon. Ding Dong. This Means War is awesome. Friday the 31st is great. The Ransom, Rusty Rex, and Bad Seed. So much fun. I love This Means War because it's like old school Halloween meets like new school gory Halloween. These two guys are trying to compete with each other for this haunted house, and these decorations, they end up fighting, and just all chaos breaks loose, man. Tales of Halloween is great. Friday the 31st is a Mike Mendez short. That one's fun. I think Sweet Tooth is probably my favorite. That one's great. Such a great set, Tales of Halloween. If you've never seen this one and you're a fan of Halloween horror films, you definitely will dig this shit. Amazing atmosphere, amazing film. Tales of Halloween. So that'll do it for this video. I think I have about maybe 2 more videos left for Halloween horror films. I don't know, they keep popping up, so hope you've been enjoying this series. Been fun to make. So I'm Skidgore, and this is the beautiful Binker Stinker. You can say something? Alright, I'll leave it at that. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Gore forever.